Hi guys, I've been asked to create a video tutorial on how to create an alcohol ink artwork. So this is by no means a formal instruction, just a basic understanding of how I create my alcohol ink artworks. So firstly we're going to need some alcohol ink. So the ones that I've selected for today are by the paper mill. I have turquoise, winter lake, emerald, and I'm also using a ranger ink. This one is patina, so that's that one there. Don't know how well you can see that. So I have actually prepared 3 of the colours before, but what I'll do just to give you a demonstration on how to mix your inks, I have left this one here to demonstrate. So you will actually need a blending solution. You can get a blending solution from the art shop. However, I will be using methylated spirits today in my demonstration, which is this one here. I don't measure my alcohol ink. I use my gut and the depth of colour that I want for my artwork. Okay, so what we do is grab yourself some little plastic shot glasses. They're the perfect little container to mix your inks in. So we pop the ink in there. Like so. Not that much. The ratio is probably approximately 1 part ink to 4 or 5 part blending solution. So what we'll do is we'll just pop the methylated spirit in this one, like so. A little bit more. Now if you do happen to pour too much blending solution into your container, you can always add another couple of drops of ink just to give it that depth of colour. So the more methylated spirit you use or blending solution, the lighter the colour is going to become. Okay, so to get started, we will actually need some special paper for inks. So I use what's called Yupo paper. When you're using your Yupo paper, just make sure that you're buying a paper that is at least 200 GSM. If it's anything less than that, your work is not going to be presentable as it becomes very flimsy. So use those pieces for maybe practicing colour blends and things like that. So let's get started on the artwork. So the ones that I have already pre-prepared, I'm going to start with turquoise. So you get a little pipette. So that's a pipette. You can get them from the art shop or you can get them from the $2 shop. They're pretty easy to find. So what we do is we suck up some ink. Now you can dot it onto your page, but I like to be more flowing with my art. Okay, so once you have that colour down on your page, this is where the straw comes in. So what you need to do is gently blow the mixture through the page. Okay, so we use the same method for the second colour. So what I'll do is I'll use Winter Lake. So same practice. So flow the ink next to the colour so that you still have that difference of colours there. So same technique with the straw. Now what I also like to do is use my hands. So I will get in there and blend it with my fingers. Now, you can actually use gloves if you don't want ink all over your hands, but I find that wearing gloves limits my creativity, so I'd rather just get messy. So yeah, I don't use gloves. So what we'll do is we'll go on to our emerald colour. So I might just dot the emerald where I feel that it needs to be in the artwork. So I'll just give you a little look at what the artwork looks like so far with the 3 different colours. So you can see that they are blended, but they still stand out in their own right. So we'll move on to our 4th colour with the rain drinks, patina. This is a very beautiful colour, lighter than the others, giving it a bit of contrast. Now for my bigger artworks, I actually don't use the pipettes, so I find that I don't get enough ink mixture in the space, so I just pour it on. Okay, so I'll show you the patina. So the patina is a light colour up the top. So what I recommend you do is continue with that technique until you're happy. You can cover the whole page or just a section, leaving some white space. It's completely up to you. I will just quickly show you some embellishments that I do use. So the most popular one is the gold ink. So that's from Pinata. Now it does have a ball bearing in here. Because it's a metallic, it needs to be shaken very well. So how I do this one is to get a little wooden skewer, use not the tip but the blunt end, dip it in, and then I use it like a pencil to create some line work. So we'll show you what that looks like in a moment. The other thing you can do is actually use a powdered pigment. So that's also from the paper mill. I just use my fingers, but you can use a spoon or whatever you can find. And I just sprinkle it on. Give it a little bit of a texture. That's that one. It comes in a range of colours. They're really beautiful. Alternatively, you can actually pop it into the ink and it gives it a shimmery finish. So I'll show you what that one looks like. Sorry. So I will actually take a photo of the end result and also zoom in on particular aspects of the artwork so you can see how that turns out. But basically that's your technique for alcohol ink. So make sure that you're using complementary colours, you're using the pipettes for smaller work, you have a blending solution, and get creative. If you do happen to create an artwork, I'd love to see it, so please send me a photo. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it's been useful for you in getting creative.